In 1972, the lands of Pickering Township, northeast of Toronto, looked much the same as they did when they were first settled by the pioneers in the early 1800s. The land is Class I farmland, and for generations, until 1972, Pickering was a breadbasket for Toronto and the surrounding area. The Trudeau-era federal government changed all that. It expropriated 18,600 acres of rich farmland to build a second international airport for Toronto. The airport was deemed necessary at the time, as the original plan was to close Pearson. Well, plans have changed. Pearson has not and will not close. The GTAA recently completed a $6 billion renovation designed to take it and Pearson Airport into the middle of this century. Ample airport capacity exists in the GTA when you consider Hamilton and other existing facilities. Yet the federal government continues to advance plans for a second airport on the lands, claiming that today it is needed in much the same way as they did over 30 years ago.
So really, all that's been done so far is we've served notice of an intent to declare the lands an airport.
The bureaucrats continue to advance the plans, even though the need for a second airport has never been established. Today, opportunity knocks for all Canadians. The federal government and all of our politicians have an opportunity to do something great. It will take courage and conviction and vision. Take a look at the land as it is today. Had the Trudeau government succeeded with its plan to build an airport, this prime farmland would not exist. Instead, highways, pollution, traffic jams, and a legacy of wasted opportunity and the waste of billions of dollars would exist, just like it does today at Mirabel. Luckily, after a groundswell of grassroots protest, the planned airport was shelved, and fortunately, the federal government still owns this precious resource. Had the government not expropriated this land in 1972 for an airport, today the land would be covered by urban sprawl, and this fertile ground would have been lost forever. But opportunity knocks. If our federal government created a single airport authority for all of Southern Ontario, then it would be obvious that a second Toronto airport will never be needed. Such a body would ensure existing resources are utilized properly instead of the useless competition between neighboring airports for the same customers. It is appalling that this inefficient governance model continues to exist when we consider that both these airport facilities were created and constructed with taxpayer money. Today, the lands in Pickering stand as they did when it was expropriated in 1972. This land represents the largest tract of Class I farmland from Toronto to the East Coast, as well as a great opportunity. The question for you and your party is, what will this land look like in another 30 years? We are Voters Organized to Cancel the Airport Lands, V.O.C.A.L. Our support in the next federal election will go to those politicians and the party with the vision and the courage to look past the dreams and fantasies of the past and look forward with vision. The time to stop planning for another white elephant has arrived. The voters and public overwhelmingly oppose this unneeded and unnecessary mega project. We are looking for politicians and parties who will turn the page on this mistake from the past and look forward with a vision that serves the nation and community. What we don't need is unnecessary government-sponsored competition between government-created airport authorities. We need a single airport authority. We want a future that serves the community and the public of Canada, rather than one that wastes it. This fantastic resource is owned by the people of Canada. It's time that our elected representatives stand up and do the right thing. It's time to cancel the airport of the past and begin the discussion about the future. Many great strategic options exist for these lands that serve the broad interests of Canadians and perhaps even do some good. Are you and your party up to the task?